Whether new shooter, longtime gun owner, or even police officer or soldier, your handgun needs a Crimson Trace laser sight or light. Get the confidence and reliability you need to protect family, home, and country. Crimson Trace.
Broadcasting nationwide, this is Tom Gresham's Gun Talk. Your views, advice, and questions are the driving force of Gun Talk. Call Tom now at 866-TALK-GUN. That's 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. Or reach out to us via email at tom@guntalk.com. Let us know what you think about the gun-related issues of the day. Now, here's Tom Gresham.
All right, let's talk some guns. I'm Tom Gresham, and number is 866-TALK-GUN. In just a minute, we're going to be talking about holsters. Actually going to give it away holster. You can have a chance to win. We'll have all those details for you. But first, Salita has called in from Farmington, New Mexico on line 2. Salita, thank you for your patience. How are you?
Pretty good. And yourself?
I am good. How can we help you today?
Okay, I have a question. Is that 480 Glock a newbie?
480 Glock. Is it the Model 42 in 380? Is that the one you're talking about?
The automatic?
Yeah, it's a 380. Yeah, what are you trying to do? You wanting to buy a gun?
Okay, actually, I want to know where the grain starts from. Does it just don't matter?
Where the grains are you talking about? Ammunition?
And the barrel also? Is that
okay,
like a short, like about a 6-inch?
Okay, you're going to have to back up a little bit and tell me what it is you're trying to discover. What are you asking me?
480 Glock.
It's a 380 is the caliber.
Auto.
Yeah, you're talking about a 380 Glock, and are you asking me about the ammunition?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so what is it you need to know about the ammunition?
Could I get that any grain from the 480 from the Glock?
It's okay. Remember, it's a 380, not a 480. Okay.
Okay, it's a 380, not a 480. Okay.
That's correct. Okay. It's a 380. That's the caliber. Let me ask you. Let me back up. Do you already own this gun?
No, I was looking at one earlier today.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to make a suggestion, Salita. Let me make a suggestion to you. Okay. I'm going to suggest you take a handgun class, a basic handgun class, because here's what they're going to teach you. They're going to teach you about ammunition and about bullets, which is not the same as a cartridge, about different kinds of guns, and they're going to teach you to shoot. Because honestly, at this point, it's a little bit confusing, I know, because there's all these different terms and numbers, and it's hard to sort it all out. And there's somebody around there who's going to be able to teach you a basic handgun class, and I'm going to suggest that you sign up for that and get a little bit of instruction before you buy a handgun. I wouldn't want you to buy the wrong gun, and by trying a few different ones, you'd be able to find one that works for you. And also, honestly, the more you know about it, the better you're going to be able to make an informed decision. So at this point, I'm going to just suggest, rather than you go buy a gun and you're trying to sort all this out, what's a 380, what are grains, what's the bullet weight and all that, take a basic introductory handgun class, and I think that's going to get you on the right path. Salita, I wish you lots of luck with it, and I really think that's where you need to go at this point. All right, at this point, let me bring in from Alien Gear Holsters, folks who make really, really good concealment holsters. T. Miller is joining us because you got new products, and we're going to do a giveaway here. Hey, T, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Tom. How are you?
I am good. Tell me about this new thing, this new product you guys have just created.
Well, yeah, we've taken our original Cloak Tuck IWB holster, and we've enhanced it a bit. We have the Cloak Tuck 2.0. It's a new neoprene composite IWB holster, and so now instead of a leather backer, we've got a neoprene composite backer, and so it's a lighter weight. It's just as durable, just as waterproof, but it's gonna be a little more comfortable, less break-in time. It's a great holster.
Well, of course, neoprene, for those who are thinking, what is neoprene? That's the stuff that wetsuits are made of, and it forms, there's really no break-in. Leather, you kind of have to wear it for a while where it kind of forms around you. Neoprene, it's going to mold into the contours of your body right away.
That's right. Yeah, this holster is going to have just about zero break-in time. It's going to be just more comfortable, lighter weight, and it's the same, ultimately the same design as our original, which is very, very comfortable.
Okay, and this is a tuckable, so for those who don't know what we're talking about, you can wear this gun. The pistol is actually inside of the waistband. It's inside your pants, but you tuck the shirt around it because of the way it's made. It has room to tuck your shirt in, and nobody can tell. I mean, you're wearing a pistol, and it can wear either a small pistol or, depending on your body style, you can wear a pretty good-sized pistol and still concealed.
Yeah, we make these for hundreds of different styles of pistols, and they're very concealable, very comfortable, so people find them to be awesome for concealed carry.
Now, the other thing that really got my attention is the price on this thing. What's your retail price?
The retail on the Cloak Tech 2 is $35.88.
That is an incredibly low price for a quality holster.
Yeah, it's a great price. Our original starts at $29.88, but the new neoprene is $35.88, and it comes along with our same ironclad triple guarantee that all of our holsters have: forever warranty, free shell trades for life, and a 30-day trial. Try that thing out. If you don't like it, we'll buy it back from you.
Okay, and it's Alien Gear Holsters, and that's the website, aliengearholsters.com, along with little alien people and spaceships, which is kind of fun, too. So I gather that we're giving away a holster.
We're giving away a few, Tom. We're going to give away 5 holsters. We already have posted on our Facebook page the contest. It's also being posted on your guys' Facebook page right as we speak.
It's up right now.
Right now. So we're going to give 5 holsters away of the winner's choice. That'll include the original Cloak Tuck, the Cloak Tuck 2.0, or our Cloak Slide OWB holster.
Okay, so if you go, our website is facebook.com/Gun Talk Media, and what is your Facebook page? That's going to be
facebook.com/Alien Gear Holsters.
Okay, you can go to either one of those. It's got the rules there and how you do it, and basically you got to go on each website. It's like a 2-step process, and then you are entered to win. So, and also while you're there, obviously you're going to get to read all about your cool holsters, and especially the new one, which I'm pretty jazzed about this thing. It's just, the neoprene, I'm just thinking now, I'm sure somebody else has done that before, but honestly, I can't remember ever hearing of anybody using neoprene.
No, we're pretty sure this is the first of this kind out there. We got patent pending on this thing, and we're pretty excited about it. People are already giving us a lot of great feedback, telling us how comfortable it is, that there's no break-in time. We just, our customers are already raving about it, and so we're real excited about it. We're pretty proud of it.
I guess so. It's called the Alien Gear Cloak Tuck 2.0 IWB. That's for inside the waistband holster, and I guess because of the way these are made with the different shells, all of the shells you have for all the hundreds of guns you make it for, you can get this holster in for all those guns.
That's right. And that shell is going to be fully swappable. So if you switch guns in the future, part of our guarantee is you can swap that shell for free and get the shell for the new handgun that you have. And the shells are fully swappable between all 3 of the holsters that we make.
Well, that's kind of neat. So if you sell your gun and want to get a different gun, you just can swap out the shell, use your same base, if you will, for your holster, and just put a different shell on it, and that holds your new pistol.
That's correct. For the life of the holster, you can do that for free.
Jeez. I don't know how you guys pull that off, but, man, and for the rest of us, that's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, it's great, and people take advantage of it regularly. So.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so go to the Alien Gear Holsters Facebook page or the Gun Talk Media. It's facebook.com/Gun Talk Media, and you can enter for a chance to win one of these cool holsters. And by the way, you can check it out. T, I appreciate it. This is a great product. It looks like a great little promotion we put together. Anytime we can give away stuff, we're all about that, man.
That's great. We're glad to give away some so people can try them out.
Sounds good. Well, look, I appreciate your help, and you guys just carry on. You're doing good work out there.
Oh, thanks so much. Have a great day.
You too. Take care. All right, 866-TALK-GUN. Better move fast on that one because give away 5 of them, so now is your time. 866-TALK-GUN. We are open lines. Did you buy something? Are you shooting something? Have you taken somebody out to the range? Give us a range report. What happens at the range doesn't stay at the range. We share it here on Gun Talk.
You already know Liberty safes are great values. Now they're offering an even sweeter deal for Gun Talk listeners. At LibertySafe.com, click on the Fat Boy safe and type in Tom. Liberty will give you up to $250 off your purchase. Protect the things you value most. LibertySafe.com, click the Fat Boy safe, promo code Tom, save up to $250.
That's LibertySafe.com. LibertySafe.com.
If you're looking for a safe and trusted way to sell your firearms, look no further than Dury's Gun Shop. I trusted them to sell my dad's collection. They built their business for over 50 years on honesty and customer service. Dury's Guns will buy any size collection or estate, none too big or too small. Selling your firearms to Dury's Guns is easy. Go with the pros. I trust Dury's Guns. Dury'sGuns.com.
If you carry a gun, you need training. Your concealed carry class was definitely not training. But time, money, and obligations keep you from spending days at a shooting school. The trusted folks at Gun Talk can help. Concealed Carry 1, our DVD featuring the Vada Group, covers what gun, what holster, how to carry, where to wear your gun, and much more. Visit shopguntalk.com. That's shopguntalk.com. Look, this really is life and death. Learn how to stay aware, how to get away, and how to fight if you must. At shopguntalk.com, you can get the 2 DVD set, including Fighting with the 1911 with Tiger McKee. No matter what gun you carry, this vital training info can save your life. Learn the draw, the stance, reloading, vital gear from Gun Talk. That's shopguntalk.com. shopguntalk.com.
Have you ever held a Walther? Walther handguns are an extension of your hand. From the moment you hold the ergonomic grip of a Walther, you feel the difference. Today, Walther continues its long tradition of expertise in firearm design with the introduction of 3 incredible new handguns. The smooth PPQM2, the tough PPX, and the cool PPKS22. Log on now at WaltherArms.com. Walther at your favorite retailer.
Want to have some more fun after today's radio broadcast of Gun Talk? Stick around for the after show with Tom, Jim, Michelle, and Michael. Now, more Gun Talk.
All righty, back with the 866 Talk Gun. We'll get you in here. Line 3, Caleb is joining us from Minnesota. Hello, Caleb. What you looking for?
I like coyote hunting, and I've heard my neighbor said I went coyote hunting with him once, and they used the Thompson Center Fire 17 caliber, and it worked pretty well. And he said that you can use a 17 HMR, and I was wondering if a 17 HMR is smaller than a 17 centerfire.
Well, there are a lot of 17 centerfires. So are you talking about this? There's a 17 Remington. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, the 17 HMR is a smaller, it's a rimfire, like a 22 rimfire type case. The 17 Remington is a centerfire. It has a little bit larger case. So you're going to have a little bit more velocity. And there are several other 17 calibers out there. But any of those would work for coyote hunting. All you're going to have is a difference in the range. In terms of the 17 HMR is not going to give you quite as much range as, say, the 17 Remington would.
Do you know how much range a 17 HMR would probably give you?
I would think probably an honest 150 yards. Just ballparking it right now. I would think that would probably be it's about as far as I'd want to shoot a coyote with that. And other people may want to stretch it a little bit. Whereas with a 17 Remington, I'd probably go 250.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, well, I hope that helps. All right, thanks. I appreciate that. Line 1, Tim's with us out of Carson City. Hello, Tim.
Hey, Tom. Hey, I wanted to kind of revisit that issue about how the press frames different issues. And I think that we're in a position also to do the same thing. And that's with respect to using the word ban. Because I think, especially for those who don't follow issues particularly well, the low-information person, whenever a ban is proposed, they immediately think of the policy, well, yeah, that might be a good idea. But if you replace that word, ban, and rephrase it and say, you're going to lose your freedom to fill in the blank, drink sodas in New York, you're going to lose your freedom to purchase this, you're going to lose your freedom to do this. Instead, now, most people object to losing their freedom. You can ask any prisoner in jail, they object to losing their freedom. And I think that idea might resonate. I know it's, maybe tilting at windmills, but it might resonate with people who don't follow things closely, and they might say, hey, wait a minute, I don't want to lose my freedoms. I don't care what it is,
I think you're onto something. I think you're exactly right. Alan Corwin has been in the forefront of helping us all rephrase things. We don't talk about gun control now. We talk about gun rights. So we're going to lose rights, not that we're going to lose guns. And so your deal of a loss of freedom, because people want to hold their freedom. They may not care about people losing their guns, but nobody wants to advocate that anybody loses his freedom.
That's right. Every baseball game they say, freedom and justice, and people want to, they fought for their freedom. You hear it every 4th of July, and every Memorial Day, and it's ingrained in the American psyche. And I think that it might be something that we could hopefully build upon and just begin to integrate more and more into our message.
I think you're exactly on the money. I think there's a lot to that. So I appreciate that. Thank you for the call, sir. It's about fighting smart and not using cliche phrases and looking at what's working and what's not, which ends up always taking me back to this is a public relations battle. This is a marketing battle. You are trying to influence opinions because that's what, honestly, public opinion is what determines what rights you get and which ones you lose. And when you lose the battle of public opinion, you lose rights. I mean, trust me on this one. This is an absolute given. It's going to happen. And for those who think that somehow marching into department stores with your AKs wins the hearts and minds of the public, that's a public relations loss. If you can't recognize a win from a loss, you have no business playing the game. Let's go talk to Manny, line 2. He's in the Catskill Mountains. Hey, Manny.
Good afternoon, Tom. How you doing? Thank you for picking up my call.
I'm great. Do you have a 460?
460, yes, 460. Actually, I wanted to say I enjoy your show very much. My son Manny was the one who told me about it, and I love it.
Wonderful.
I do. So my question is, I plan on doing some bear hunting, black bear hunting up here in the mountains. We have plenty of them. And I do have a 460 from the Performance Center. I just want to know what you would recommend as far as a projectile that would be most effective.
You know what I would be tempted to do? Now, let me back up. For those who don't know, the 460 Smith & Wesson is a wonderful cartridge. It's actually a .45 caliber cartridge. And the thing that makes this revolver, it's a great big old revolver, but the thing that makes it so great is the versatility. Because it's a .45 and because it shoots rimmed cases, you can shoot in it .45 Colt, also known as the long Colt, but it's .45 Colt. You can shoot 454 Casull cartridges in it, and you can shoot the 460 Remington cartridges. The 460 Remington are very powerful. I mean, truly buffalo, elk, elephant, rhino type of cartridge. I mean, it really is that big. You're hunting black bears, right?
Yes, I am.
I would be sorely tempted to use 454 Casull loads in that gun with hard cast bullets, not expanding bullets. Whichever way you go, I would suggest that you go with hard cast bullets and not expanding, not jacketed bullets, because you're going to get better penetration out of them. Okay,
so then I'll cast, because I do cast, and I'll cast some linotypes. And I actually do a 50-50 mix. I do a linotype and a wheel weight.
Great, that ought to be a pretty hard bullet.
Yeah, you bet. I went through a 1/4 inch of steel with it with my 50 caliber muzzleloader. So.
Well, you know, and if you'll use a good Keith style, because you're a bullet caster, you'll know what I'm talking about. Use a Keith style design that's got a little bit of a shoulder on it, a sharp shoulder. Those just cut like crazy, and they just penetrate. They'll basically go end to end on a black bear.
Well, you want to know something? You mentioned the Keith. I have a mold for the 255 Keith for my 44, and I do get good results with that, especially with the deer.
Yeah, it's a great design. Elmer Keith really did know what he was talking about.
Yes, he did.
Well, that's what I would do. I'd be using the 454. I think the 460 may be, honestly, more than you need. for Black Bear, and I think a 450. If you wanted to buy loaded ammo, I was going to steer you to the probably Double Tap. They have really good loaded ammo with hard cast bullets. But if you're loading your own and you're casting bullets, carry on. You already got this thing handled, man.
Yeah, I've been doing it 40 years now, but, I thought I'd ask you the question because you're the man that knows. So I appreciate
that's
it very
what I would
much.
do. Well, good luck. Send us a picture of that bear when you get it, okay?
I will, definitely. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Manny. Appreciate it. Dale's on 4 out of Oklahoma. Hey, Dale, you're on Gun Talk.
Hey, thank you, buddy. I just need you to answer a question for me.
Sure.
Everybody keeps talking about an AR and it's black-colored, but I've got a Remington 742 automatic in 243, 30-06, plus I've got an M1 Garand. So what separates those guns from an assault weapon? Because I have extended clips for all the rifles.
It's a great question. Here's the difference, is they want all of them, but they know that if they show your 742 Remington, which looks like a hunting gun, people will realize, oh my gosh, they're coming for my hunting guns. But if they say, oh no, we only want the quote-unquote military-style guns, ARs, then they can convince people. Here's the thing, and what you don't quite grasp, they have convinced the public that AR-15s are full automatic machine guns. Now, you and I both know they're semi-automatic. They work just like your Remington 742, like an M1 Garand, like the Remington or Winchester Model 100 that I shot my first deer with when I was 11 years old in .308. They all work the same, but because the AR is scary looking, they can frighten the public into thinking they are machine guns by design, and they openly say that was the whole plan, where we'll call them assault weapons, we will convince the public that they are machine guns, and we will get them banned. Once they get that done, then they'll go, look what we just discovered. There are other guns that work exactly the same. Oh my gosh, we had no idea, but we have to get rid of these so-called hunting guns because they work the same way. They're just as bad as these evil assault weapons. So the difference is they know they can't get yours yet, so they're going to go with what they can, and then they're going to come after your hunting guns.
Tom Gresham's Gun Talk is broadcast nationwide every Sunday. If you can't hear Gun Talk where you live, call your local talk format station and clue them in on Gun Talk. Stay tuned. We're coming right back. Now broadcasting nationwide on radio, via satellite, and through downloads, iTunes, the Gun Talk app, and other podcast clients. You're listening to Gun Talk with Tom Gresham.
All right, back with you, 866-TALK-GUN. Pretty much open lines if you want to talk about, well, if it has anything to do with guns. As long as we're talking about using them safely and responsibly, we can talk about it here. 866-825-5486, or you can send me an email, tom@guntalk.com. Don't forget, we're on Twitter @GunTalk. That's how you find us there. Facebook, look for Gun Talk Media on Facebook, where we're also giving away a holster. If you go there right now, you have a chance of winning a holster. Follow the links and do what you got to do there. You kind of have to pat your head and rub your tummy or vice versa, but it's worth it. Hey, you get a free holster. It'd be pretty cool. Matthew's joined us out of Corpus Christi, Texas on line 3. Matthew, what's going on down there on the coast?
Oh, well, just trying to cool off after the event. We did the tactical shooting event here in Corpus for the Carabines. And it was my first event, so I learned a lot about, some of the limitations of my SKS.
Uh-huh.
And so that's part of the reason why I wanted to talk to you is I'm not receiving a lot of help as far as, how to increase the accuracy locally. It's not a very popular type of weapon, so.
What accuracy are you getting, and what are you wanting?
Well, what I'm wanting is just a good grouping at 100 yards.
Okay, what does that mean to you? What's a good grouping?
Well, I would say within like 4 or 5 inches, maybe.
Your rifle won't do that?
Well, like I said, I'm kind of a new shooter, and this was my first event that I actually, competed in, so.
Right.
I had a lot of trouble with the 100 yards. So I'm using open sight. I'm not using any type of magnification. So
right. That rifle should be able to shoot that kind of accuracy, really. That's I don't think you want to make sure that everything is locked down tight, that nothing's wobbly. But honestly, there's no other way to say this. Let me ask you a question. Can you shoot smaller groups with any of your guns?
Yes, I can.
Okay. All right.
And one of the parts that was getting me was the veneers, too. And I'm not quite sure how to use the veneers because they're in metric and such.
Okay. I'm going to suggest that, and the problem is we're not going to be able to do this on the radio. You're going to need to get with somebody, find somebody locally who is an SKS shooter, and get out at the range and spend a little time, and you're going to be able to get this thing worked out. I'm tempted to do the whole, the way they accurize an SKS is you get rid of it and buy an AR, but that's not fair because it should be able to shoot a lot better than what you're getting right now. But I would say you need to get connected with somebody who's local who could get you out to the range and just make sure that everything is the way it ought to be and show you how to work those vernier controls and all of that.
Yeah, and that's part of my problem is I don't have a lot of that kind of support around here, so... I was just wondering if there was any quick tips or possibly even like maybe a barrel change or something like that might help. But
let me ask you a question. Do you know other shooters in the area? Because I was going to suggest if you don't, you get involved with the Texas State Rifle Association, TSRA, and through that you can probably find shooters in your area you can connect with.
That sounds like probably the best avenue there.
Yeah, TSRA.com for Texas State Rifle Association, because this is one of those I think you need to get to the range and here's one that Michael's just sending me, SKSboards.com, SKSBOARDS.com, SKSboards.com. You could ask questions there of SKS shooters. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate that. Well, Matthew, I wish you a lot of luck with it, but again, I don't think that's something that I don't think we can handle that one on the radio. I do want to, let's see, tell you what we do. Before we get to Jerry, don't go anywhere. We're going to get to you, okay? We're going to take a quick break and come back, and we've got some open lines for you if you'd like to join us. 866-TALK-GUN will get you in here. I'm Tom Gresham. This is Gun Talk.
What's that?
It's my Trijicon.
What's a Trijicon?
Only the best rifle scope in the world.
Says who?
How about the U.S. Marine Corps, Special Forces, Navy SEALs? You heard of these guys?
Sure.
Well, they're all using Trijicons.
Let me see it. Wow, this is really sharp.
And a lot of professional hunters are using Trijicon, too. You probably caught it on some TV and radio shows.
Yeah, I have heard some of them swear by their Trijicon.
I swear by it.
I could have been a Navy SEAL.
Well, the closest you're going to get now is buying a Trijicon.
Hey.
Trijicon is the brand of rifle scopes that more and more hunters are swearing by. That's because every Trijicon is handcrafted using the finest optic materials. The bright aiming point can guarantee you a great hunt from dawn to dusk. Get your Trijicon at a dealer near you or visit them on the web at Trijicon.com. That's TRIJICON.com. Trijicon. Brilliant aiming solutions.
One machine, one operator. Each machine is run by a single pair of hands. Hands that spend all day, every day, learning the machine inside and out. We don't believe in quotas. The point is crafting faultless ammunition, no matter how long that takes. It's not quick or easy. Being the best never is. Black Hills Ammunition. It started with our hands.
For 36 years, the U.S. Sportsmen's Alliance has been fighting to protect hunting, fishing, and trapping for sportsmen from coast to coast. Today, we are under constant attack from extremist animal rights groups who want to end your ability to hunt in the U.S. Join us to protect our sporting heritage and our way of life outdoors. To join or for more information on how you can help, go to ussportsman.org. That's ussportsman.org.
Hi, I'm Michael Bain. You know I hate cleaning guns, so anything that makes that job faster and easier is definitely a plus. And that's where Board Tips come in. These reusable, lint-free cleaning swabs make cleaning a breeze. And the tighter-fitting Board Tips do a better job on barrels than cotton mops or patches. Hey, it's a dirty job. Let Board Tips help. To find a dealer, visit boardtips.com.
Coming up, the whole crew chimes in an on-topic, off-topic free-for-all. Be sure and stick around for the Gun Talk After Show.
How good a gun do you need to protect yourself? Well, you just need one that goes off. Did you see the story in the news? Guy in Sterling, Alaska, used a high-point 45 ACP to kill a 9-foot brown bear that was active, aggressive around his house. A high-point 45 ACP, not a long Colt, not a 454 Casull, not a 460, not a Magnum, an ACP. Yeah, it's the old deal. Put it in the right place. Now, he did have to shoot him, I think, 7 times, but, there you go. Jerry's on line 2 out of Spokane, Washington. Hello, Jerry. You've got a question about 45s?
Yes, I have a 6-hour P220. It's my everyday carry.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about doing a conversion to 460 Roland because my buddy that owns a 4-inch Smith 629 is moving, so I can't borrow it when I'm out in the field for bear and critter defense. I was wondering if it was a worthy conversion to do and just maintain the 460 Roland constantly as an everyday carry as well as out in the field for the black and brown bears we have up here.
Okay, I got an option for you that's going to cost you less money. It's going to get exactly what you're looking for. Don't change a thing in that pistol. Just use different ammo. And specifically, load it up with 450 SMC ammo. It looks just like 45 ACP, but it's not. For instance, this is ammo from Double Tap Ammo. 255 grain hard cast bullet at over 1,000 feet per second.
Wow.
You don't change anything in your gun. If you've got a 45 ACP, you can shoot 450 SMC in it. Let me give you another example. 160 grain Barnes TAC XP bullet. Okay, so we're talking 160 grain bullet going, wait for it, 1,350 feet per second out of your pistol.
That's a 357 Magnum right there.
That's a 10 millimeter. Yes.
Yeah.
And you don't have to change anything. If you've got a 45 ACP, you can shoot this ammo in it. It's all at the Double Tap Ammo website, doubletapammo.net. The reason I know is we just went out and did a bunch of stuff for the TV show with Mike McNett from Double Tap. I had never heard of this. He said, I got to clue you in on this thing. Yeah, no spring change, no nothing. Just shoot it. Now, if you're going to shoot a lot of it, you probably would want to maybe go to a little bit heavier spring, or at least maybe be thinking that you might change the springs out. But the honest truth is you're not going to shoot a lot of this because this is true Magnum stuff. But yeah, we were shooting at a stock 1911 and shooting through a chronograph, and at 45 ACP we're getting 780 feet per second ballpark with a 230 grain bullet, and then shooting this stuff and getting 1,300 plus feet per second with a 160 grain bullet and over 1,000 with a 255 grain hard cast bullet. I mean, that'll shoot through a pig or a hog or a bear.
Nice.
That's what I would do. I wouldn't spend the money for a conversion kit. I would just get this ammo. It's pretty cool.
I will take a look at it, see if it's available out here.
Yeah, I know. You got to buy it directly from their website, doubletapammo.net, and they will just send it to. They'll send it to your door. All right, Jerry. Look, I wish you luck with it. Let's get a range report from John on line 1 out of Georgia. Hey, John.
Yes, I got a little report here. I took 2 brand new pistols out to check them out. I had a Springfield XD, and I had a High Point. Both of them in 40 caliber. Yep. And I shot just as bad with the expensive one as I did with the cheap one.
You're killing me, man.
No, they both function just as well. There is no jams, no problems with either one. I'm a little bit tired with people with their snobbish attitude, about the inexpensive guns. If you want to protect your house, your home, or anything else, and you can only afford $200, there ain't a thing wrong with it.
Right.
If you can afford $1,000, go for it.
Exactly. The most important thing in a gunfight is to bring a gun.
Yep. And
if it's $200 is what you got, then there are guns available at that price point. Now, and like you say, if you say, but I want other features, I want, a nicer trigger, well, fine, spend the money. But you're right. A good high point, a good $200 gun will do the job for you.
Yeah, I had. I'm not a marksman, but I had the same level of accuracy with both guns. It's like I say, I'm not a marksman. I just do a little bit of shooting here and there, and went to the range and was able to fire them both. And I'm happy with it.
Well, good deal, John. Appreciate that range report. I do want to get another John in here on line 3 before we can hit our break here. Hey, John, how you doing?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Good, 32.
Hey, I just saw your Mythbusters show, and in that I saw that the 32 ACP was the one that did not go through all the rooms. And I was just wondering, what do you think about that as a self-defense round in a pistol, given that shot placement is the most important thing, and, the ability to fire accurately, so like maybe in a Walther PP or something?
The 32... Yeah, the most important thing, of course, is to have a gun. If I were using a 32 ACP, I would still want expanding ammo if I could get it, not full metal jacket. And you can get good, again, I go to Double Tap or Barnes. I can't remember if Barnes makes it, but Double Tap has good self-defense ammo for 32s. If you can shoot something bigger, that's better. A 380 is better. A 9mm is better still, as you work your way up. But if that's what you got, let me ask you this. If you're looking at a 32, like in Kel-Tec, you could get both the 32 and the 380 in the same pistol. Why would you not get the 380 that you know is more powerful?
Because your Mythbusters show showed that the 32 ACP was the only round that did not go through all the room walls, so there would be less, possibility of collateral damage.
Well, that's certainly true, but the other thing to understand is we're shooting through all these walls with sheetrock. The next shot from a 32 might go through all those. You'd have to sit there and shoot 20 rounds of each one to get a statistically significant sample base. I would rather have something that's going to stop an attacker better than worry about, are my misses going to go other places? Basically, I'd want to try, first of all, not to miss. I would get a good gun with a good sights, a good trigger, and probably a laser on it, because I'm such a fan of lasers now for self-defense. And I would not let that make me choose a 32. I guess is where I'm going with that. I think, honestly, plan for hits, work to make sure you get hits. Don't plan for which one's not going to go through walls if I miss. Try not to miss. So I guess what I'm saying is a 32 would never be my choice for self-defense unless somebody just handed me that and said, this is all you can have. That would be the only reason I would take one. So I wish you luck with it. Let's see, guys, what kind of time do we have here? Do we have time to get... we do. Line 4. Whitey is with us real fast. We got 1 minute. Whitey, go.
Yes, sir. I listened to your interview with Tiger about the AR pistol, and I went out and got the poor man's version, the HK416P, shoots 22 rimfire. I love it.
What? That's great. What a fun rig.
It is. It's fun. I put a holo sight on the top, and it's a tack driver. I can't believe it. It's fun. My biggest problem is trying to figure out how to carry it.
Well, and the other problem is when you take it to the range, everybody wants to shoot it, right?
Oh, yes. People stare at me. What is that? What is that? So
yeah. Oh, yeah. You tell them, look, you can shoot it, but you got to bring your own ammo. I'm not supplying ammo for everybody at the range here. Bring your own ammo, and we'll all shoot it. And, oh, by the way, you also have to clean it at the end of it. Well, Whitey, thanks for the range report. That's very cool. Yeah, AR pistols, especially on 22 rimfire. What a fun deal. Mossberg's got a cool one of those, by the way, if you haven't checked it out. All camoed up. It's actually a Duck Dynasty gun. It's comes with the red, white, and blue headband. 866-TALK-GUN. This is Gun Talk.
Join the NRA via Tom Gresham's Gun Talk website and receive $10 off the regular membership price. Log on to guntalk.com for details. You're listening to Tom Gresham's Gun Talk. Just because we're wrapping up on the air doesn't mean we're done talking about guns. Stick around for the after show. It's our podcast-only version designed to include all the stuff we simply couldn't fit into a regular show. Call in now at 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. Now, back to Tom.
All right, we're back with you. Going straight to the phones. Mary's on line 2 out of Colorado. Hello, Mary.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How can I help you?
Well, I have a question about my Taurus. It's a handgun. It's a PT 738, and it's 380 or 38, however that goes.
That's 380.
When I put the magazine in and then close it, at the bottom there's a space. And if I push against it, against the spring, it closes tightly, but there's always a space. It's not very large. But my question is that something I need to worry about long term since I'm out here where there are just dirt roads?
Probably not. Let me ask you, is the gun working okay?
Oh, yeah, it works fine. I've only had it 6 months, and there's been no problem, but I was just wondering about the space.
I don't think it's going to be a problem. Obviously, I'm going to suggest that you take the gun apart and clean it occasionally, every month or two, even though if you're not shooting it, if you're getting a lot of dust and stuff in it, I would, unload it, take the slide off, just clean it, get an old toothbrush, add a little bit of solvent, and clean it out, and then a little bit of lube. The one thing I would suggest you do, if you haven't done it yet, is go ahead and buy a second or a backup magazine for that, because it's always good to have another magazine for your automatics.
I do have one, Oh,
okay. Do both of them have the same gap?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. It's just designed that way. It's not going to be a problem. I would say just shoot it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, and thanks so much for all the information you give. It's been very helpful.
Well, thank you, and thank you for listening. We appreciate that, Mary. You take care. Roy's on 1 out of Ohio. Hey, Roy, what's up?
Hey, yeah, hi, Tom. Hey, great show as usual. Thanks for everything you do.
Thank you.
I thought I heard you say a while back, I'm interested in a silencer, and I thought I heard you say you have 22s, you got 223s, you got all these. Don't get it for a 22, get it for your 223, and you can put it on a 22. And I thought that the silencer had to go with one specific rifle, period, that's it, bottom line, and you couldn't change them. What did I misunderstand there?
Why? Or you mean it legally has to go with one gun, or what do you say?
That's when you get a silencer, you get it listed or certified or whatever, registered with a particular rifle or handgun.
No. You have that silencer is licensed by the federal government, but you can put it on, unless Ohio has a strange law I'm not aware of, but on a federal level, you can put that on any gun you want to.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Anything that'll physically fit it on then, huh?
Yeah, I know people who have a silencer for a 308 rifle, and they use it on their 223 on their ARs. It's not quite as quiet, but you could do it. Obviously, you can't go the other way and use a 223 silencer on 308 because you'll end up with a problem. But, yeah, you could do that. But, no, you could swap them back and forth. That's why people get threaded barrels and attachments for different guns, and then you can have one or two silencers you can use on several different guns. So one thing you wouldn't want to do, just a warning for people, don't get one that's made for a 22 rim fire and use it on a 223 because the pressure is a lot greater. So you need one designed for that level of pressure for a centerfire rifle. All right, everybody, we're going to do the after show. Call us right now. You can be a part of the craziness because it's a lot of fun. 866-TALK-GUN will get you in here. 866-TALK-GUN. We're going to be talking about guns and cars and airplanes and who knows what all. You never know where this thing's going to go. In the meantime, get out and do some shooting. Take somebody with you. Be a good ambassador for the shooting sports. And we'll see you next week. Take care.